Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where again we are in debug mode here, and of course the reason for that is because of the culture issue that we've run into. So we will continue to correct that. For the record, I have it noted down that our current amount of real political influence is 10. So that's something that we will keep in mind going forward. So let's proceed here, and this battle is going to win in our favor. And that's great. We're still working on a number of these issues, right? And these guys, they need to come in and attack Crete. So they're going to do exactly that. We just lost the Siege of Niudi. Not that we really care that much, although it's a little obnoxious, to be sure. Is this in zone of control of this fort? Okay. Yep, we're going to head up over here, and we're going to take that back. So that's Armenian Gumbadi, in theory, fully occupied. Are they willing to exit this? What war are they in? This one? Yeah. Okay, so let's see if they're willing to exit this at this point. So Armenian Gumbadi down here. Can we take all of this? We might be able to. Yes, but they won't accept it. 17 reasons not to accept. Okay. For the time being, that seems fine. Okay, they're going to be jerks. Whatever. If they want to be jerks about it, that's fine. So at this time, I want to take a look up here. Baghdis has this territory, right? We're interested in heading up this way and getting all of that under control. So Karabshar, are they part of this war? Yes, they are. So if we sued for peace with Karabshar and looked to take all of this, that's 101 peace offer value right now. That might actually change, though. So we're victorious out over here. That's really, really good. Unfortunately, we did not win that siege tick. And the siege tick keeps changing on us. That's weird. Okay, so the siege of Absheron is now won. And I want to bring these guys down over here to deal with this situation. So that'll be fine for now. And then this siege will be over shortly. This is Scythia Transmontum. Okay. For the moment, that's fine. So this siege will win eventually, and I would love a Christian church. No. Hunt them down, execute them all, and destroy their property. We're gaining 40 political influence for this, and a bunch of tyranny. That's understood. But the political influence here brings us up to 50 real political influence, quote unquote. But we need to check in here. Yeah, see, a bunch of these are integrated again. So we're at 50 real political influence right now, but we need to spend fake political influence to fix this issue. Because our culture happiness is going to be way too low. So we need to get these taken care of. I'm really hoping this doesn't continue after this war. If it does, we'll probably have to end the Imperator portion of this series, which is fine. We've largely achieved what I wanted to, and I would like to put this back together and then end it, but we'll see what that ends up feeling like. So we're heading in over here. That looks fine. And they capped back over here. That's rude. Okay, we're going to force march over. Looks fine for now. So these guys being mildly jerks up over here. Let's get this taken. What is this? We have manpower? That seems awkward. Okay, let's head up over here, eliminate these guys. This is under control. So that looks good. I want to check our diplomacy map mode out over here. Yes. Okay. So that all seems fine for now. Did they just take this back? No, we just took this. That's fine. So that looks great. These guys can start heading down like this direction for right now. Although, are there additional places that rebelled up over here? No, there aren't. Okay. For the moment, that seems okay. We might actually want to move these guys down towards Africa or Arabia. That's a possibility. 92? Okay, so we finally won the Memphis siege. That's a big deal all on its own. We're going to back off at this point. I don't want to fight this force. So we want to back off and we want to let these guys resupply. Which is exactly what we're doing. So these guys, unfortunately, are going to be here. That's very rude. That's only 3k. We're going to keep an eye on that. So Siege of Tenos up over here. That's something we need to actually do something about. And also, I'm noting the slaves apparently moved out to Crete. Well, that's weird. We're going to come fight them out over here. I don't know how they even got there. But whatever. This battle apparently isn't occurring either. Okay, head on up over this way. And we just won the Siege of Badgus. So that's perfect. This is now fully occupied. I don't know that we can actually take this territory, but we can take this territory. And that's wonderful. So this is all fully occupied out over here as well. So Karabshar might be willing to exit at this point. So let's see if that's a thing. They have 66 reasons not to. They think they're making gains still. Do we want to just make them a client state? They'd do that. Sure, we'll do that. That seems fine for now. So we're going to have these guys head probably up this way, actually. Because this needs to be taken, right? No, they're fighting a war with us, not against us. Okay, noted. So let's let this auto cap finish up, and these guys should get turned back around, and they should head down, like, over here for now. Also, how are we doing on these risks of rebellion? This is a lot better. This is so much better. We do need to keep checking in on our culture, because there's still going to be issues like this. So that's all going to have to go. We'll get that taken care of. We have to check this periodically, because this just destroys all of our culture happiness. I have no idea why it's randomly integrating cultures, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to do, I don't necessarily want this to be slave, but I do want this to be freeman for now. Okay. There we go. So at this point, Badgis needs to be pieced out. And we can take this. We cannot take this, but we can take this territory, and then the rest of them become our client state. So something like that. There we go. So that'll be fine for now. And then these guys can head down like this way-ish. That will be perfect. So checking in on diplomacy map mode, we can see we still need to get this taken care of. So let's do that. I'd like to get Armenian Gumbadi out of this. So, Armenian Gumbadi. That's these guys here. This is 91. They have a bunch of reasons to not accept this. But what if we reset this and we take this territory here and this territory, but then we client stated the rest? They have 51 reasons to not accept that as well. So this is problematic for us because we need Armenian Niudi, but we could just make them a client state. That's a theoretical possibility that will cause us to have a longer time of no political influence income. Actually, we can just take this. Probably because of the coastline. Done. Okay, so Armenian Niudi is under our control. Now we've got Armenian Gumbadi here. And I think the other reason why they think that they're making gains is because we keep piecing these out. Except that that's causing the war score to shift. Speaking of war score shifting, I want to fight here. We need to eliminate this force. There we go. That's now eliminated, and we're going to hop up on the boats because we need to go back after the war goal. They capped this back. So right up over here, this got capped. We need to attack here. So let's get that done. Okay. Eventually, we'll make our way up there. There we go. And we're going to attack right there. So we do need to get Laconia under our control. That's understood. But for now, this will do. Okay, so with that done, we need to come in here and stop them from being here. Do we have any more forces here? No. But these guys are on their way down. So that seems okay. We need to stop this siege. That is the current top priority. Now, We do have some forces lacking a leader. So we can't put this, we can't put a leader in here. We can't put a leader in here. Interesting. They've got more forces coming in here. As soon as they join, we're going to have to retreat. Okay, so we retreated here. We don't have leadership here is the problem. And we lost the siege here. They got that back very quickly. That's, I guess, fine. But yeah, we just... Our forces that have actual troops don't have leadership. That's understood. So we need somebody like... I mean, some of these do have troops. So we need a scorned family member like this guy in here, and more scorned family members would be ideal for right now. Like this guy. The Davidite family is still apparently considered scorned, which is slightly surprising to me. Because I thought that that was going to put us at 7 of 7. But okay, that's fine for the moment. So that's understood. We're going to need to come back over this way eventually, but for right now, I think we should keep resupplying here. So we need to get some forces moved down this direction, right? For now, I want these guys to come in over this way and start taking back some of this territory. So I want to come in here. I want to come in like here. And then we should have another couple of forces up over this direction, right? Yeah, I really do want to get these guys out of here. So we need to come up and take this force out. And also, we need to get this war score back up over here. So that's going to be a big deal. Do we want to gain tyranny? I don't want to lose political influence right now. So we'll gain tyranny. We should probably check in on our culture. Yep, this has got to be done again. So we'll definitely do this. Every single month tick, a number of these are becoming integrated for some very strange reason that I cannot explain. And that's just absolutely destroying our cultural happiness. Okay, so we're going to need to do that. There we go. We're wrapping up this battle up over here. Lydia is now fighting a war against us. That's okay. So we know that we have forces up over here that we can send to that. And there's also Armenian Gumbadi down over here being a bunch of jerks. We're going to head on down there. This should auto-cap as soon as they leave, and that should be fine. But we need to get this taken care of. And look at all of our vassal troops just swarming. Hilarious. So we know that this is the capital of a province here, of this province, so that should be fine. And how are things going over here? Well, we're going to have that finished soon. Soon-ish. Definitely soon-ish. So we're going to get Lydia under control eventually. I want to cap here. These guys are going to be vaguely annoying, but that's fine. Okay, followers of the Risen Lord still being a thing. And a ruler was born. Sure. Okay, so we have these guys on the way over here. That looks fine. And as of right now, these guys can come in here. With the idea being that these are going to back them up. This is going to be a much more powerful force here. So we're going to move them in, and we're going to siege here. With, again, these guys backing them up. So let's fight here and win this battle against Memphis. They're going to send more reinforcements up this way over time. But here's more Canaanite levies, apparently. Again, I'm not sure why this is happening. That might be related to this situation, which we need to deal with. And that means that we need to give ourselves more fake political influence to continue to deal with this situation. Okay, so that's going to be something kind of like this. I have no idea why it's doing this. This is very strange. How many did it do this time? Wow. That's nutty. Okay, so something like that. There we go. So we're winning this battle. It should be a fairly easy battle for us to win. Did we take this back? Yes, we did. I'd like to come up over here and eliminate this army. Fantastic. Eventually, we'll win that battle. Eventually. And up over this direction, I'd really like to get Armenian Gumbadi out of this war. Let's see if they're willing to accept that yet. So Armenian Gumbadi here, they would accept some of this, but the question is, if we reset this and just made them our client state, they would accept that. What if we take this, and then the rest of it becomes a client state? They'd accept that. They would not accept this. So there's somewhere in between here, right here. This is where they draw the line. So that looks fine. We'll get that taken care of. These guys are now freed up to head over to Lydia. So over they go. They'll arrive there eventually. We win at the Battle of Syros, which was expected, and I want to come over here and take this location. So Laconia will need to be taken over, of course. And Crete should be peaceable at this point. So let's go for Crete here, which is right here. They would not accept that, so we're going to make them be our client state. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. Okay, so we won the battle here. They have more reinforcements on the way in. We should move these guys in to reinforce ourselves. It's not surprising. We knew that they were going to throw a lot of troops up here. So that's absolutely okay. Is Lehman Barkias at war? Yes, they are. So that's noted. I'd like, once again, to get Memphis under control. And they're going to keep throwing more forces up here, but this is fine for the time being. Now, these guys, they're going to need to head down this direction, and I want to take this fort. So that looks good. And we're going to be coming in from multiple directions over here. They don't have much that they can do at this point. I want to be clear about that. It's only a matter of time before Africa is brought to heel at this point. Speaking of time, it's time to deal with this situation again. Unfortunately, it is. We still have 50 political influence that is real at this point, but we just need to keep a separate tally of our real and fake political influence. Which is very sad. Very sad indeed. Okay, so we're just going to have all of these be set to Freeman for the moment. Something like that. There we go. So that'll do for now. The Dacian Civil War has ended. How are we doing on this? Okay, so we still have more of these rebellions that may happen at given times, but we're definitely working our way through this. So this siege will be finished shortly. At which point we're going to re-embark, and we're going to probably go knock Laconia out of the war, is the idea. So that'll mean we'll have to attack Naxos and then attack out over here, which is absolutely fine. We have more forces here, and they have attacked us again at Memphis with a very large force. That's understood. I think we're probably going to win that. Yes. Lydia is offering for peace. We're going to decline that offer. We just won the Siege of Delos, and that, of course, means that we're going to re-embark. And then we're going to hop over to Naxos and invade here. So that looks fine. In we go. So this battle is still occurring, but we're definitely turning the tide out over here. So we have some reinforcements coming in from our allies. But what we're really interested in is this 16k stack making it in. I have no idea where those troops are coming from. I think it's the same thing that's going on here, to be honest. Speaking of which, we got to do this again. It's very frequent. This is happening every single month tick, and I have no idea why. It's very strange. These should not be integrated. The only one that should be integrated is Macedonian, and I'm keeping an eye on whether Macedonian is one of these. It may have been, and I may have missed it, but only Macedonian should be integrated at this point. That was slave status. I mean, that's maybe okay, but this is fine. Okay, insist on an oath of allegiance. Naxos was pillaged, and that's fine for the moment. So that's under control, and we're going to go attack Laconia now. So off we go. That seems fine. And how are we doing up here? Has our force arrived yet? The answer is no. Lydia is not very happy about their current situation, and I can't say I blame them. Our force will be arriving over there fairly shortly, but how's this battle going? Africa we've been having a tough time with, and that's because they have a lot of troops over here. We have another 16k stack up here, apparently. Again, I don't know where those are coming from. And look at this. We can... I think this is related. I do think it's related that those levies appear and these become a thing at the same time. I think that's related. They always appear here. This guy's at 100 loyalty. He's our leader. So that's us. So yeah, I don't really have a theory on that currently. But we'll definitely win this battle. That's looking good. What? We just retreated from this. I don't know why, but we did. I don't think we needed to. But whatever. We'll group up over here, I guess. And we'll go back to it here in a little bit. So that seems okay, but we can keep throwing forces at that. So we're at 49% out over here. Lydia's going to fall very soon. And out here, I definitely want to head in and fight these guys. So this Merc force here. Laconia has a fair amount of forces. We just won this siege. Now we need to come over here and finish off Lydia. So that's the idea. Horse breeding. Okay, sure. I will actually take the national tax modifier. That's a very big deal for us. We'd be delighted to get a tax modifier. So our morale is currently fairly low here. We just won the Siege of Arc, so that is amazing. I want to head down and attack Call out over here. And then these guys, they're going to continue pushing down. I would think Gera would be the... No, it's not. It's Tylos, isn't it? I think Tylos is the capital here. But we're going to start attacking some of these territories and getting them under control. So White Peace is currently enforceable out over here. We are losing this battle because they sent in all of their forces here. That's understood. We can't actually retreat up here because we lack access to Israel's territory. That's wild. So we're retreating over here, but where are we going? Oh, we're going back to this territory. Okay. Well, for the time being, let's re-embark here, and the idea is we're going to replace that force with the one that is out over here. So we're going to go to Samos, or at least supplement it. We may supplement that force. I'm letting the morale regenerate out over here. We're positive in gold now, so that's a good sign. And we have another unit of levies over here. So it's 1 January, so that, of course, means that we've got all this going on. And those levies indicate that as well. So our current amount of political influence, again, is 50. We just have to keep doing this because it's the only way that we can possibly do this. I have no idea why there's bugs like this, but whatever. I've never run into this before. Okay, so all of these are going to have to go. I wonder what would happen if we demote them down to slaves. Maybe that would be better than freemen because of the... Maybe they wouldn't get promoted back up. Let's try slaves and see if that changes anything. Well, here's another 22k that just spawned here. Remember, these are levies. We can't do anything about them. So that's understood. If we look here, we can see most of our levies are currently raised. So I think that's where these are coming from. They're coming from... I don't know, actually. But we need to get rid of these. Actually, I wanted to try moving them to slaves. So something like this, right? So we're going to move these over to slave. And we'll see what ends up happening there. They're going to be unhappy about this, obviously. But, I mean, we kind of need it to happen. So we're moving additional forces down here, and with those coming in, I feel comfortable attacking Memphis again. We keep getting driven out of there, but it won't be for too much longer. Okay, So we're going to head down to Memphis now. We just won this siege, so I want these guys to come on over here to Samos for the time being. This is all going to auto cap, and that looks good. Well, we need this to finish up first. Okay, so auto cap is occurring. How would our governor manage without slaves? Indeed. Eventually these caps will happen if we stop moving over the territories. Okay, so auto cap occurring now. There we go. Lydia should be peaceable. Yes. There we go, and we're going to lose half a point of AE. We have no AE right now, so that's absolutely fine. Let's go ahead and embark both of these. And we're going to sail them back over here. And hopefully 2 forces is enough. Occupied by Tinos, but it has these mercenaries owned by Ionia. Weird. They're not black flagged or anything. Huh. Very strange. So these forces are back over here. We have a large number of units here. We're kind of doing poorly down in this area. We're still struggling a bit in Africa, but we're cleaning up in other areas. So let's invade over here and see about getting Laconia knocked out. And then these guys down here, what is Zone of Control Fortress at Largus and Sarkoi. So there's a fortress here and here. Right. That's fine. So we're going to get this capped, and for the moment, that'll be fine. We'll see if they come after us again. We have double the forces now. And are we winning this battle? Well, kinda. That's a hard kinda. Okay, so I'm checking up over here, and let's check our culture. Okay, so it's not related. The troops coming up here and the and the cultural situation, that is not related. So that's absolutely understood. Yeah. So that's fine. I think the reason why that's happening is because we are losing stacks and they're being replenished because the levies are raised or something. That's my theory there. It's still strange. I don't have an explanation for that, but that's the theory. So we're going to need to get these guys switched on over, and we're just making them be like slaves. That's fine. I made one be tribesmen accidentally, and some of them were freemen out of a force of habit. But for now, this is absolutely A-okay. Okay, there we go. So there's that dealt with. And we'll see what ends up happening with this battle. So far, so good, though. Now, up here, I want to head up, and I want to hit the fort that's right here. So up we go, and that should be reasonably fine. I see these guys heading south. Okay, Communion of the Way. That brings us up to a grand total of 70 political influence. That's noted. Our real political influence is currently 70. Okay, this time we won the battle here, and we are making some progress on the Memphis siege. That looks good. Okay, this battle is going poorly for us, though. That said, I still want to work on that. So Larsa, down over here. We can immediately send this force up and after that. No problem. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see what's going to happen with this. I want to bleed them as much as possible for the moment, so this is absolutely fine for right now. These guys have a large force here, but we can keep bringing in more and more all the time, kind of like how we've been doing in Memphis. So for the time being, that looks relatively okay. We'll go ahead and retreat here now. And I want to bring these guys into port, so we can get out of here immediately if we need to, but we kind of don't need to right now. So they're going to fight us here, but I don't know that they have the numbers. They're bringing more in. We don't really have anywhere to retreat to at this point. Unless we can retreat up over here, which I guess we can do. So we can retreat like... there we go. We can retreat like up over here. and we're going to head up over this direction. We just need to get some morale up here. But it is time to put that cut in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work on this. We're getting very, very close to having this rebellion under control at this point. They are not happy about this at all, and we are absolutely going to be finishing this off soon. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.